Hello there, welcome to Daydreamer. Today I'm setting up my reader journal for 2026. Reading is something I have always loved, but it has always been a challenge for me to get going with reading. And for the last 2 years, especially, I couldn't stay consistent with it. Life felt busy and reading slowly slipped away. This year, I am on a quiet mission to bring the habit back, but without any pressure or any guilt. And the most surprising part, I have already finished my first book of the year in just 3 days of January. Whoa, that was an amazing journey for me. At least that was a great win for me. The idea behind this journal is to motivate myself to come back to the book and mark the books that I've read. So if you are someone who reads a lot of books in a year, maybe this might be a little too much for you, but if you're someone who is kind of building this habit, this could actually help. So come on in this journey with me. This is not a new book. I just repurposed an old book that I wrote like 2-3 pages of, and I thought I don't need to buy a new book for this. I just repurposed an old one. So for the first page that I'm working on here, it is a very simple one. I'm just writing down the year and just designing it a little bit. Moving on to the second and third page, I'm working on it simultaneously. One is about reading goals, and the next one is a fun one that I found on Pinterest, which is called a bookish bingo or a book bingo, wherein you give yourself a few challenges through bingo structure and you can just color it off when it's done or you achieve them. So, the reading goals is more or less for me to get an idea of how many books do I own, how many books do I want to read this year, or majorly, I own a couple of books that I have not read until now. So, I want to make sure that I'm not buying any more books but reading the ones that I already own. Moving on, this page is more or less about which are the books that I own and which of them do I want to read this year. And if I ever plan to buy a book this year, I want to make sure that I have planned it before and it's not a surprise, at least for this year. So I want to write them down beforehand. So that is the space for books I wish to buy. And the next one is my favorite spread up until now. It's a January spread. It is quite similar to how I have made a January spread for my personal journal, and this is more or less for me to color code how many books I have read or how many days did I take to complete a book, all of that. And the next one is the new words that I have learned, because I have been learning so many new words and I want to make a note of them. So I gave an entire page just to write them down. And the last one is the summary page, where I am planning to write number of books that I have read and how many pages did I read, like in total, and then I will be just ranking them, like which is my favorite book or which was the favorite chapter, and just a note so that it would be nice to go back. Like imagine I'm in September and I go back and I see that this was the book I read and this was the book about and all of that. So yeah, that is something that I'm planning with that page. And rest, I am going to shut up now and I'll let you watch the video or enjoy the video with the music, calm music, and it is just me having fun adding colors to the page. So enjoy. And that's my reading journal setup for 2026. If you have been wanting to restart a reading habit, I hope this reminds you that it doesn't have to be complicated. And thank you so much for spending this time with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Keep dreaming, keep creating.